Hey.
Hello, Beth.
Hi.
What are you doing today?
We're going to try and rip this up. First of all, we need to get all the out of the van.
Oh my god, look at the space in this thing.
I know, we have so much room.
So, basically, we haven't really been working much on the van in the past couple of weeks, but we have been selling the seats. Now we have all this space because we sold, I think, like 6 of the seats to one person, which we never expected. I just put an eBay listing up. Yeah, he's my new best friend. Shout out to Jez because he's just a great guy. It's really cool, actually, the people we met. One of the guys that we sold the seats to was putting the seats in it was a lorry, wasn't it? One of the guys was putting the seats into a lorry conversion, which is just amazing. And the other guy, Jez, who bought like 6 or 8 seats off us, he's putting it on a tractor and then a trailer on the back with like 4 seats on as well. So yeah, just really cool. Yeah, we love Jez. We love you, Jez. Today we're going to try and get the floor up. So
yes, we're going to attempt to try and get the flooring out of the van, but it seems pretty solidly in. The screws that hold the flooring in look like they've rusted, so I'm not sure how easy it's going to be to try and get them out, but we're going to give it a go.
We got this.
Yay.
Anyway, should we try and figure out how we get these seats out?
The floor out!
Not the seats.
The seats are gone.
Let's figure out how to get the floor out. So we're going to start with these screws at the back because they are like the only ones that aren't rusted, pretty much. This is sort of the moment of truth, isn't it? It's like, this is when we realise if it's going to be hard or not, basically, to get up. So I'm a little bit scared. It turned.
Is it going well?
Yeah. Oh. I mean, it's spinning, but it's not coming up.
Oh gosh. Yes! One's coming up.
Okay, this is a good sign. I thought these weren't going to budge at all. Ah, here we go.
Oh, so that one broke off.
This is the problem with it being a 2005, isn't it? Oh yeah, that's
Yeah,
how long
it's
it's
snapped.
supposed to be. And this one.
That's how it's not supposed to be.
But we have got some movement, which is good. So some of the screws are stuck at the minute, but we got some movement. I thought it was going to be so hard to like get them out because they look so, like you can see on this one, it's like some of them just seem like super rusted in, but they're actually moving, which is nice. Can't believe we're doing this.
I know. Explain what's going on, Zach.
So we got the bar off, this one, which we thought would be the hard bit. Not the hard bit, but we thought that'd be difficult. So that was fine. But now, we're realising that there's this seal, but it's all round, it looks like it's all on the bottom of the van, the bottom of the flooring, sorry.
Right, so this is what we are working with.
It's literally just all sealed, it looks like all the way.
So yeah, this is all glue here, like where it's sealed in. So we've got to try and pry all of that out and then this wood up as well.
I'm hoping that this seal or glue isn't all the way under because that would just be an absolute mess to get up. Where is it all just glued?
But like getting the actual floor out of the van is been quite difficult. It's glue holding the floor down and they are literally just not coming up.
So let's take a few steps back. It turns out my worst nightmare had come true. The floor was extremely glued and screwed down. So I did what I know best. I got my dad to figure it out with us. Cue the crowbar phase of the build. Oh god.
If I can bend it up.
It's coming up.
Yes.
We're just going to get that voice.
We didn't think this would be the hard part at the beginning, did we?
Good morning.
Oh, hello.
How are we today?
Not too bad, feeling good. Weather's good, vibes are good, the van's a mess.
Yeah.
Today we're going to carry on getting the floor up. This time we don't have help from my dad, but what he has given us is the knowledge on how to go about doing this. So what we did last time, as you can see on the floor, is ripped up all of the lino that was on top of this brown sort of bit. And then we realised we've got to hammer out the rails that the actual chair's bolted into that was sat in here. And then every single circle here is a screw, which is just seems so over the top. Why do you need it to be that secure? But yeah, we have to try and get all of these rusted bolts out, which have been there for 17 years. Hopefully after we've managed to get that out, we should be able to then get the panels of the floor out, which are all mostly rotted away anyway. Exhibit A right there. But it's amazing that we can finally see a little bit of the floor. So that we can see like the walls and a little bit of the floor. It's like progress is being made.
I'm trying to pry the floor up, which is proving more difficult than we originally anticipated. It is like there's loads of these very stubborn glue bits that are like holding the floor down, and they are literally just not coming up. But underneath the wooden panels we found that these metal bars are like in these, which I think we can just like lift up. Hopefully are just glued down. But thankfully it looks like they've painted where the bars are in this black paint, and although these have all rusted, it doesn't look like the rust has gone down to the van, so that's good.
We've had an absolute disaster. We've been pulling up the rails and we've made a hole. I've made a hole. Beth had nothing to do with it. I was pulling it up and now just gone straight through the van, and also because it was so securely attached to the van, when I've pried that up, the van has just gone with it, so more problems. That's what I'm realising, that the reality of a van build is that you sort of, every time you take a step forward, you do sort of take 10 steps back. You realise, oh, there's like some luckily there's no rust that we can see yet. There's just a hole, so at least there's not any bigger
problem. It doesn't seem like it's a rust hole either. Like, I'm trying to figure out what we need to do, and everything's just talking about holes created by rust, and I'm like, there's no rust there. From my research, and I might be being really dumb, and I'm sure people will tell me this in the comments, but I think we need to get fiberglass repair kits. Yeah, I don't really know, but that's what I'm figuring out, something to do with fiberglass repair kits.
Yay! But you didn't think you'd be doing that today?
No, I did not. I mean, I ordered pizza.
We've got through so much pizza doing this van build because we get to a point where we're just like feeling a bit disheartened, and then we're like, should we order pizza? And it's always the answer. So
I hate this. I go on, like, I'm on YouTube like looking and stuff, and everything's like holes in the van. And like, it's literally like this tiny little screw hole.
just a
I'm like, that's so not helpful right now.
I'll try and get under the van so I can show you what it looks like from under there. Not fun. You can sort of see it there. It's not too bad. Silly me. Silly me. Moments where like we keep pushing on, and then it's like I keep finding like issues like these holes that we've put in by trying to pry stuff up. So it's literally like one solution is causing another problem. Hopefully it should be a pretty easy fix, but now I've sort of just lost confidence in prying the floor up the same way that we were doing, because I'm like, am I going to cause more more holes in the floor if I carry on like that? It's amazing to see the van finally coming along a little bit, but just keep creating more jobs to do before we even get to start converting it. So this floor is a nightmare. Celebration.
We've managed to strip the ceiling at the floor and the sides now, so everything is out. It's took us weeks to get the floor up. This has been an absolute nightmare. And now we're just left with all of this junk that we need to take to the scrapyard. It's not pretty. Shall we load out the van? Yeah.
absolute mess.
Already managed to cut myself.
Already?
Yeah, on the end of the broken brush.
I think everything in this van's broken at the moment.
Oh, God.
This is what we're dealing with though. I bet we look so much happier in these clips than the last ones.
We're just happy that the floor's out. I didn't think it was going to be such hard work. I think we were so naive thinking it was just going to come up. But so many people said to us as well, like, oh, if you're selling the seats, why don't you sell the rails? And I think everybody thought that the rails were just going to come up, and they didn't.
Oh my God, it's been such a different experience to that.
There's no like major rust, nothing that's caused holes.
Yeah.
Although we do
no rust has
have,
caused holes.
we do have 3 holes, 4 holes, but they're not from rust.
They're from someone not taking care of their work.
Someone losing their patience with a crowbar.
It wasn't me. It was me. I put a few holes in the van. It's a learning curve because now we get to learn how to fiberglass.
Yeah. So something I've always wanted to do.
Tick that off your bucket list. Next on the list of tasks is to treat the rust on all of the screw holes because God, there's a lot of them. Fill the screw holes. Fill the man-made holes. That I accidentally did, and then we'll have all the floor ready to go, which is amazing. So yeah, let's get treating some rust.